Hello, happy Saturday. I know I already warned you yesterday that I would have outings on my mind, and so this would be a quick one. For those wondering about my asymmetric top, it's a top and skirt actually. It was made by Boom Fashion World. So if you want their plug, get in touch with me. I need to thank her for being so supportive of this series by providing very good fashion support. So we're talking about financing small businesses, and today I just want to talk about two different sources, similar and requiring a bit more deliberateness, a bit more formality to access. And the very first one is funding from angel investors. So who are angel investors? They are private individuals, could be a corporation. They provide funding for businesses to start up. Angel investors basically fund startups, and they do this in exchange for ownership, equity, or some form of debt instrument or repayment. Now, why are they a good option? They are looking to help you kick off your business in a big way. It has become a line of business for some people, for angel investors. That's what they do. They can easily be found. They are all over. They help startups bootstrap. But you need to be very careful, because I've had a friend who met with someone who disguised himself as an angel investor, who loved his business idea so much that he requested for 80% equity in his business. Now, I might be speaking a lot of big grammar for people who run small businesses. So let me break it down. That means that when you start this business, they provide you for the money to start it, but they own 80% of the business. In my friend's instance, most times angel investors don't request for more than 20 to 25% equity in the business. So if you don't mind co-owning a business, I have a friend, I also call him my mentor. I think I've spoken about him this month. He says that partnership is half the money, double the wahala. So even though you only provide half the money, you get to do double the trouble when it's a partnership, because everything now needs both of you to agree before you can get it done. Now, angel investors would either take a chunk of your ownership or a chunk of your profits. Of course, if you're paying out dividends at the end of the day or at the end of the year, you declare profit and you designate the portion you're plowing back into the business as your sinking fund, or you are going to pay it out to owners. There's no how, even if it's the equity they have, they won't get portions of the profit. Now, some angel investors don't want ownership, they just want that profit. That is good. Ownership is dicey in that every decision you make in that company, you might need to have recourse to a co-owner, especially major decisions that have the power to sink and swim the company, so to speak. So you need to be careful with your paperwork. You need to be careful with the clause, especially when it has to do with ownership. Ownership can means that the angel investor can decide he's pulling out of the business and he's pulling out everything that belongs to him. And if he's provided all the funds and his ownership percentage is 80%, then it's over, basically, even though you might not have gotten your best out of it yet. So angel investors are out there, but please be careful, because you don't know what they'll be asking you for. Another type of funding available for starters or small businesses is grants. Grants can come either to those just starting out, or even those who have already been in business who want to scale or who want to diversify. There are different databases from where you can find out the companies that can give you grants, or the individuals or the governments that can give grants. More than that, each grant has its own requirements. So you might have to tailor your business along some certain lines, or have some required compliance things you need to do to be able to access the grants. Now, the thing with grants is that these requirements are strict. What you are given money for is what you must use money for. What you need to have in place before the funds will be given to you is what you must have in place. But the good part is that grants are free money. Nobody ever repays it when it is a grant. So if you can follow the letter, if you can understand the preconditions for the giving of such funding, it would be better for you to go that way. But don't forget, your integrity matters in this kind of things. You must be known to be a man or woman of your word to have access to grants. And then grants generally are given to either non-governmental organizations or organizations that are not for profit, or social enterprises. Now, social enterprises are enterprises that are for profit, but that are created to solve an existing societal issue. That is what such companies address. So if you have your eyes on funding your business through grants, I would advise that you should try to find a way to make sure that your business idea is something that would solve a lingering societal problem. Hey, solve a problem that the society has that is on the increase with the times, and just maybe you will get some people to provide support for you while doing this. Sorry, please, you've taken a lot of my Owambe time. I need to get going. See you tomorrow. Ciao.